Ladies and gentlemen, for too long, you've been feeding yourself the same old lies. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have enough experience. The timing isn't right. Enough. The time will never be right. You will never be ready. And if you keep waiting for that magical moment when everything aligns perfectly, you'll die with nothing but regret. The harsh truth, success belongs to those who take it, not those who wait for permission. The problem isn't the economy. It isn't your background. It isn't the people who doubted you. It's you. You've convinced yourself that you're too small, too weak, too inexperienced. But let me tell you something. You weren't born to play it safe. You weren't born to sit in the cheap seats, watching other people take risks and win. So today, I'm here to tell you, stop making excuses and take the damn risk now. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because if you don't, you'll wake up one day, old and bitter, realizing that the only person who held you back was you. Excuses are lies you tell yourself to justify mediocrity. Every time you open your mouth and say, I can't because, you are choosing to fail. Excuses are the ultimate poison. They sound reasonable, they sound intelligent, but in reality, they are the chains keeping you locked in mediocrity. You say you don't have time? Lie. You have the same 24 hours as every billionaire on the planet. You say you don't have money? Lie. Some of the most successful people started with nothing. You say you're too young, too old, too inexperienced? More lies. These are nothing but weak justifications for inaction. The only difference between winners and losers is that winners don't waste time explaining why they can't. They focus on how they will. Every time you make an excuse, you give yourself permission to stay small. You reinforce the idea that you're not in control of your own life. But guess what? You are in control. No one is forcing you to stay where you are. No one is stopping you from taking action except you. The real reason you make excuses is because they're comfortable. Excuses let you off the hook. They make you feel okay about not pushing yourself, about not risking failure. But comfort is the enemy of success. You weren't put on this earth to be comfortable. You were put here to be great. And greatness requires risk. It requires stepping into uncertainty. It requires killing every excuse before it has a chance to take root. You need to train yourself to see excuses for what they really are. Lies. The next time you hear that little voice in your head saying, I can't, you need to shut it down immediately. You need to replace it with, how can I? Because winners don't waste time with problems. They create solutions. And that's exactly what you need to do if you want to escape mediocrity. So, are you going to keep lying to yourself? Or are you going to step up and take control? The choice is yours. But remember this, every excuse you make today is just another reason you'll look back and regret tomorrow. Fear is a coward's disease. Kill it before it kills you. Fear is the single biggest killer of dreams. It stops people from starting businesses. It stops people from taking chances. It stops people from living the life they truly want. And the worst part, most of the things you fear will never happen. Your brain is a master at creating imaginary disasters, tricking you into believing that stepping outside your comfort zone will destroy you. But here's the truth. Fear is nothing more than a self-created illusion. Think about it. What's the worst that can happen if you take a risk? You fail? So what? Failure isn't fatal, but you know what is? Regret. Fear convinces you to stay small, to avoid risks, to keep your head down. But what happens if you listen to that fear? You end up old, filled with regret, wondering what could have been. Fear is only powerful if you let it be. It thrives on hesitation. The longer you wait, the bigger it grows. But the moment you take action, fear dies. That's why successful people aren't fearless. They just don't let fear control them. They feel the fear and take action anyway. They know that fear is a test to see who's willing to push through and who's going to fold. The truth is, the only way to destroy fear is to attack it head on. The things that scare you the most are usually the things you need to do. Want to start a business? Do it. Want to quit your soul-sucking job? Do it. Want to take a big risk on yourself? Do it. Because every time you hesitate, you give fear more power over you. But every time you take action, you take that power back. So I'll ask you, are you going to let fear run your life? Or are you going to grab fear by the throat and crush it? Because that's what winners do. They don't bow down to fear. They use it as fuel. The world doesn't owe you anything. You have to take what's yours. Most people walk around like the world owes them something, like success should be handed to them on a silver platter. Newsflash, it won't be. No one cares about your struggles. No one cares about your excuses. The world doesn't reward effort, it rewards results. And if you don't produce, you don't get paid. Period. You want success, go take it. You want wealth, go earn it. You want freedom, go fight for it. Because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. If you're sitting around waiting for permission, waiting for luck, waiting for someone to give you an opportunity, wake up. That's not how the world works. Success is a battle, and the only people who win are the ones willing to go to war for what they want. If you aren't willing to fight for your dreams, I promise you someone else will be. And they'll take everything you could have had while you sit there making excuses. The world belongs to those who grab it by the throat and demand success. So ask yourself, are you waiting for life to happen to you, or are you going to get up and make it happen? Because in the end, the world owes you nothing. But you owe it to yourself to go after everything you've ever wanted. Comfort is a slow death. If you're comfortable, you're already losing. Look around at the people who are struggling, the ones who never made it, the ones who are stuck in the same place year after year. What do they all have in common? They chose comfort over growth. They chose the easy path, the safe road, the predictable routine. And now, they're trapped in mediocrity, watching others take the risks they were too scared to take. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. The second you start feeling comfortable, you should be terrified. Because comfort means you've stopped pushing yourself. It means you've settled. It means you're coasting. And coasting only takes you in one direction, down. The most successful people in the world are never comfortable. They are constantly pushing, constantly growing, constantly evolving, because they know the second they slow down, someone else will take their place. The truth is, comfort is an illusion. It tricks you into thinking you're safe, when in reality, you're rotting. You're dying a slow death, one paycheck at a time, one wasted day at a time, one excuse at a time. And by the time you realize it, it's too late. The people who took risks, who embraced discomfort, who bet on themselves, they've already left you behind. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna keep hiding in your comfort zone, pretending everything is fine? Or are you gonna wake the hell up and start making moves? Because I promise you this, your comfort zone is nothing but a prison. And the only way to break free is to make yourself uncomfortable every single day. You need to seek out discomfort, chase it, get addicted to it, because the more uncomfortable you are, the more you're growing. And if you're growing, you're winning. But if you're comfortable, you're already dead. You just don't know it yet. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. Most people avoid discipline because it's hard. They don't want to wake up early. They don't want to put in the extra work. They don't want to sacrifice their weekends. So what do? They take the easy way out. They procrastinate. They take shortcuts. They look for the hack instead of doing the real work. And then they wonder why they never make it. Discipline isn't fun. It's painful. But that pain is nothing compared to the pain of regret. You think waking up early is hard? Try waking up 20 years from now, realizing you wasted your entire life. You think working long hours is exhausting? Try working a dead-end job for the rest of your life because you were too lazy to build something for yourself. The people who win in life are the ones who choose discipline over regret. They show up every day, whether they feel like it or not. They do the work even when it sucks. They make the sacrifices even when it's painful, because they understand that success isn't about motivation. It's about commitment. Motivation fades. Discipline lasts. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners do what needs to be done no matter how they feel. Losers wait until they feel like it. And guess what? They never feel like it, so they never do it. And that's why they lose. You need to decide right now, are you going to suffer a little bit today so you can win tomorrow? Or are you going to take it easy today and suffer for the rest of your damn life? Because make no mistake, one way or another, you will feel pain. But only one kind of pain leads to success. Most people are sheep. If you follow the crowd, you'll end up broke and average. Look at the people around you. The majority of them are playing it safe. They do what they're told. They follow the normal path. They go to school, get a job, save a little money, retire, and die. And guess what? Most of them are miserable. They're stuck in jobs they hate, drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, watching the years slip away. Why? Because they followed the crowd. And the crowd is almost always wrong. If you want an average life, do what average people do. But if you want something extraordinary, you have to break away from the herd. You have to think differently, act differently, move differently. The world is built for the bold, not the obedient. The ones who question the rules, the ones who refuse to settle, the ones who take risks when everyone else is playing it safe. Because playing it safe doesn't make you rich. It doesn't make you successful. It doesn't make you fulfilled. It makes you another faceless nobody, lost in the sea of mediocrity. So ask yourself, are you following the crowd? Are you making decisions based on what normal people do? If so, stop. Look at where the crowd is going and run the other way. Because the only way to be extraordinary is to stop acting like everybody else. You will be hated, and that's a good thing. Most people are desperate to be liked. They crave approval. They want everyone to support them, to agree with them, to cheer them on. And that's exactly why they fail. Because the second you start caring what other people think, you've already lost. The truth is, if you're doing anything worthwhile, you will be hated. You will be criticized. You will be doubted. And that's a good thing, because it means you're making waves. It means you're standing out. It means you're doing something most people are too afraid to do. The biggest mistake you can make is trying to please everyone. You'll end up pleasing no one, including yourself. The people who change the world, the ones who don't give a damn what others think. They don't need validation. They don't need permission. They don't need applause. They just do what needs to be done regardless of who gets upset. You need to develop a thick skin. You need to embrace the hate, because the more successful you become, the more people will try to tear you down. And if you let them stop you, you didn't deserve success in the first place. So ask yourself, are you living for yourself, or are you living for the approval of people who don't matter? Because if you care too much about being liked, you'll never be respected. There are no shortcuts, only those who do the work. Everyone wants success, but very few are willing to do what it takes to earn it. They want the easy way out, the secret formula, the shortcut, the quick fix. And that's exactly why they fail. Because success doesn't work like that. There is no shortcut to the top. You can't fake your way there. You can't cheat your way there. You can't skip the hard parts. The only way to win is to put in the work. The long, grueling, painful work that most people aren't willing to do. You can read all the books you want. You can watch all the motivational videos. You can plan and strategize and dream all day long. But at the end of the day, none of that matters if you don't execute. If you don't do the damn work, you don't deserve the rewards. Period. The people at the top, they didn't get there by luck. They got there because they were willing to bleed for it. They did what others wouldn't. And that's why they have what others never will. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for an easy way. There isn't one. There's only work. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll start winning. If you're not obsessed, you're not going to make it. Winners are obsessed. They eat, sleep, and breathe their goals. They don't balance their life like the weak-minded masses who want weekends off and vacations every other month. They understand that success is an all-in game. Either you're fully committed or you're just another wannabe pretending to care. Most people want success, but only if it's convenient. They'll work hard as long as they're not tired. They'll push themselves as long as it doesn't get uncomfortable. And then they wonder why they never make it. You don't kind of want success. You either want it so badly that nothing else matters, or you don't really want it at all. Look at the most successful people on the planet. They weren't kind of interested. They weren't dabbling. They were obsessed. They didn't just work hard, they sacrificed everything. Their time, their social life, their comfort, because they knew that success isn't about working hard. It's about outworking everyone. The truth is, obsession is the difference between the winners and the nobodies. The winners will spend 18 hours a day building something from nothing, while the nobodies are scrolling social media, watching TV, and making excuses about how they don't have time. If you're not willing to be obsessed, if you're not willing to go all in, to make sacrifices, to live and breathe this, then you won't make it. Someone hungrier than you will take your spot. That's how the game works. So decide right now, are you going to be obsessed with winning? Or are you going to be just another spectator watching others live the life you were too lazy to earn? Most people quit right before they break through. Don't be one of them. The difference between those who make it and those who don't? Endurance, the ability to keep going when everything inside you is screaming to stop. The truth is, most people quit right before they were about to win. They push for weeks, months, even years, and then, right when they're on the edge of a breakthrough, they give up. Success isn't just about working hard. It's about not quitting when things get tough. Because things will get tough. You will fail. You will get rejected. You will feel like it's impossible. And that's when most people fold. That's when they throw in the towel and settle for mediocrity. But the winners, they don't quit. They push through the pain. They push through the rejection. They push through the sleepless nights, the stress, the doubts, because they understand that every challenge, every setback, every painful moment is just a test to see who really wants it and who's just pretending. Success doesn't come to those who start strong. It comes to those who finish strong, the ones who refuse to give up no matter how hard it gets, the ones who keep swinging, keep fighting, keep moving forward, even when everything is stacked against them. So I'll ask you, are you going to be one of the quitters, one of the weak-minded fools who taps out right before they win? Or are you going to dig deeper, fight harder, and push through until you get what you came for? Because I promise you, if you just keep going, your breakthrough is coming, but only if you have the guts to stay in the fight. You're either a predator or prey. Decide which one you want to be. This world is not fair. It's a battlefield. It's a place where the strong eat the weak, where the bold win and the timid get crushed. Every day, you're either hunting or you're being hunted. You're either the predator or the prey. And the ones who refuse to choose, they become the victims of those who do. Look at the most powerful, successful people in the world. Do you think they got there by being nice? By playing fair? By waiting for their turn? Hell no. They took what they wanted. They dominated. They crushed the competition. They operated with a level of intensity and aggression that average people can't even comprehend. If you want to win in life, you have to be willing to fight for it. You have to be willing to go to war every single day, because if you don't, someone else will. And they'll take everything you could have had while you sit there whining about how life isn't fair. The truth is, most people are soft. They've been trained to be weak, to be submissive, to play by the rules that were designed to keep them small. But the real winners, they don't follow the rules. They make the rules. They don't wait for opportunities. They create them. They don't back down from a fight. They live for it. So ask yourself, are you going to be a predator? Are you going to take what's yours? Are you going to dominate? Or are you going to be just another weak-minded loser who gets devoured by the ones who actually have the guts to go all in? Because in this world, only one type of person survives. And if you're not willing to step up, you're already dead. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have the truth. No sugarcoating, no hand-holding, no feel-good nonsense. Just the raw, unfiltered reality of what it takes to win. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep making excuses, keep waiting for permission, keep hiding behind fear? If so, fine. Just understand this. You will never be great. You will never be rich. You will never be fulfilled. You will wake up 30, 40, 50 years from now, full of regret, knowing that you wasted your life playing small. Or you can make a different choice. You can stop making excuses and take the damn risk now. You can step up, take control, and finally start acting like the person you were meant to be. But it won't be easy. It won't be comfortable. And it damn sure won't be handed to you. You will have to fight for it. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to take the risk, put in the work, and go all in on your dreams? Or are you going to let another day slip by while you sit on the sidelines watching others win? Because make no mistake, success is a choice. And right now, you're either choosing to be great or you're choosing to be a coward. So decide right now, are you going to be a winner or are you going to be just another loser who dies full of excuses? Because the clock is ticking and time doesn't wait for anyone.